First, just test out the microphone to see if it's working.
I think so, yes.
With all the lights and the camera and the people and all, I think now that's all taken care of. But I would like to take a moment or two to get close to myself. And maybe you would like the same. So we'll just wait a minute in quiet before we begin the interview. Okay? Okay. I don't know you at all, except for much you've said in the meetings. But I would be very eager to hear whatever it might be that concerns you.
I must admit I'm a little bit unsure of what the real purpose of the question is. Whether you mean, I should give you more, let's say, formal information on me, or whether I should start speaking right about my problems.
Yes, whatever it is that concerns you now. I don't care about background.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, what concerns me most right now is whether I should have ever accepted the root's choice of me. On one hand, I feel just moved that I had a good luck, or how to say it. But on the other hand, I feel a little bit unsure that whether this community won't feel that I keep on imposing myself on themselves too often.
Okay, I understand that you're afraid you're talking too much or imposing yourself on the community, but I guess I would say the community doesn't exist now. It is you and me.
Yes.
And I'd like to know what it is that concerns you.
That's a part of that, actually, because when you made an offer for somebody of us to come before you and speak of himself, I felt one urgent idea, and actually it has very much common with what I have just said. That is that on one side there is such a big urge in me to get involved in things which are happening around me, and to take an active part in them, and to put my imprint on the course of not history, but my history. But on the other side, I feel that by being so very much active or wanting to have a say into everything which happens around me and which I feel I'm concerned with, that I make a wrong impression of myself for other people, because they feel that I am too self-conscious, that I boast, that I am sort of an exhibitionist, and so on and so on. They mislead me, and well, I would like to to believe that they misread me, that they are not right in this judgment. And I cause a lot of conflict because I don't give up before this pressure from social outside, so to say. I stick to myself and I alienate people.
But you have such a strong urge to be involved in what's important socially that you're afraid that perhaps you alienate people, you cause them to misunderstand you, but you hope they misunderstand you, because really you're deeply involved in a number of social causes.
I think it would be a pretension on my part speaking about great and generous social matters which are happening, and I would like to help the great causes.
Yeah.
I don't take it like that.
Yeah.
It's just,
but nevertheless,
I am part of what is happening, so actually it concerns me and not, the society and its great ideals and so on.
But also you want to make your mark on those events.
Yes. I guess you would call it self-actualization, or
and you feel you're trying to be yourself in those situations, but somehow you create other impressions in people.
That's correct, yes. Should I get deeper into that?
It's up to you.
Well, I would like to make you understand what I'm speaking about. It refers to both, let's say, my professional and family life. And I will start with the family life, which is, this is more clear-cut. My wife has two sisters and one brother, so they are a big family. And the weekend cottage we use, or her parents have a big house in the country house. Actually, it was before it was a forestry. So each family, there are many rooms enough. Each family has one room, and so everybody has space for himself. And since I married Lenka, much later, that's the name of my wife. Since I married Lenka much later than anybody else in the family, I was a newcomer. And I think that they felt very happy that Lenka married after getting divorced and after having lived for several years with her small daughter only. So I think they were happy. But I was so straightforward with them, and my manner of behavior was different to what they were used to. And I would like to believe that they misread me. So I offended almost everybody without just, I can say that. Without feeling anything, I had anything against them. Really, I liked the people, but just I communicated on the other way. And now the problem has really gone somehow wrong. I didn't mean anyone, but they probably hate me or.
So at first they were very glad to have Lenka's husband join the group, the newcomer. It was fine.
Right.
But you come forward so directly,
yes,
that somehow now they've come to feel, oh, They don't like you, maybe they even hate you.
Yes, they have their own way of living. I mean, just sitting and drinking beer and wine and just talking about nothing. I mean, just cooking and fashion and everything. That doesn't go with me. And well, I just said, okay, let's do something more useful, and I refuse to lose my time, if you wish. I just wanted to get in more productive. And, well,
So to you they seem kind of superficial, and you're a misfit. You don't fit into that group.
Right. And now it seems it's very difficult to amend the thing.
Can you possibly repair those relationships? Can you possibly make them better? Yeah, you're not sure.
Well, probably what they would be glad with if I made the emperor's trip to Canossa on my knees. But still, they would be glad. I mean, but that wouldn't make them like me. I mean, that would be just the justifications of injuries. But I mean, on that you can't create a real relationship.
So even if you said, "Please forgive me," that wouldn't settle it. That wouldn't help it.
Oh, they would suspect me of being ironic or aggressive, maybe even. Actually, to tell the truth, this is the way I defend my ego, so to say. My ego. If somebody is, I mean, wants me, how to say, well, is aggressive against me, I mean, puts a strong pressure on me through something I don't like. I take this attitude of complying very humbly with this, and I mean, but not being humble actually. That's a special form of reaction. I mean, a special form of aggression from my side. So I'm very aware of these things like this.
So your outward attitude is, I'll do the things that please you, but inwardly it's not that way at all.
Well, I mean, what I said right now, it was not generally. I'm not doing this in this case with the family of my wife. I mean, I almost try, well, not to communicate actually very much with them in order to avoid this sort of misunderstanding. Because if I show compassion, then that's my problem.
If you show compassion, that's wrong. If you're sort of humble, that doesn't help.
Right.
And so you just sort of shut off communication with your wife's family.
Yes, in a way, yes. Which is interesting. What is interesting that I mean, the one real person which is in the family, real personality which is in the family, that's Lenka's father. Father of Lenka, father was my wife, and he seems to be the only one to accept me without reservation, and he even shows. I mean, he stands on my side, so to say.
So there's one person, her father,
yes,
that you feel really has some understanding of you.
I think so, yes. And this gives me some hope that I'm not maybe so wrong, or
maybe you're not completely off the beam. It's an American phrase. Maybe you're not so completely crazy or something.
Right. Yes. I feel that maybe more information is needed to go on. Actually, in a way, a similar thing happens in my job. I mean, I'm a rather lucky one that I work with the Institute of Philosophy and Sociology. That means making basic research, and I don't need to go to the office every day. We just show up for half a day, twice a week, and can do our work at home. But when I mean the other people show up for this half a day, they just socialize. I mean, go bring coffee, and I mean, they just socialize. And again, it's simply the same problem. Well, I don't feel it necessary. I mean, to spend time in this way because, well, 24 hours a day, it's too short, so I just want to get rid of those routine things you have to do in being in the office. And
so the problem isn't only with Linka and her family, it's the same kind of thing on the job, that you feel, well, they like to drink coffee, they like to do superficial things. You don't fit in with that.
Yes.
You don't fit in.
That's correct. Well, it doesn't fit in with me.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in with you.
Yes. But I think that in the office, I mean, in the institute, they respect me. I mean, they appreciate. Well, I might be mistaken, but I don't have the same feeling as in the family.
So at least at work, you feel what you're doing is respected.
Yes.
But you don't. But it still doesn't fit in with you and your kind of interest. What they do doesn't fit in with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have, of course, common interests, and there are lots of problems to be discussed with, but, I mean, I just wanted to make the picture more complete, that, I mean, I said that I'm action-oriented, and that it actually bothers me in a social way. So, do you understand what?
Yeah, it's still this fact that you would like to make a difference somehow, and that doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to fit in with either Linka's family. It doesn't fit in with the people on the job.
Yes. And what is worse, definitely I don't give a damn in my job. I mean, it really doesn't concern me as much, because I mean the things which are important are going on smoothly. I mean, no problem. What is really important in my job is getting smoothly. I mean, I have no conflicts, of course. When there is some work to be done, we get along marvelously, and I mean, what is important is getting on. But it concerns me in the family, because I know that I hurt Lenka.
Well, you can work with others, and you can work with others smoothly.
Oh yes,
but I get the feeling that you feel you're different somehow. And it does trouble you that you don't fit in with Linka and your family, but even on the job you feel you're different.
If I should, I used to put a label on myself, and then I say that I'm asocial.
Asocial. You're just not social.
Yes, that's it.
You're a loner.
Yes.
One person.
Yeah.
All alone.
Yes, that's it. Hermann Hesse called it a Steppenwolf, or
You should have a Steppenwolf.
Well, not to that extent, of course, but I mean, if we are looking for categories, it would be something in this. I think I expect now from you to put some order into this what what I have said. Just show me a further lead.
If you'd like to see from me what next direction to take, or what lead to follow.
Well, I'm not seeking a solution.
No.
I just wonder what you are thinking.
I'm thinking, I wonder where you are going next in your feelings.
Well, right now, I think that I expressed that which is, bothering me, or the essence of the problem. And actually, I'm not quite sure how I should proceed, or what would be, what would help the outcome of this.
If you don't know where to go from here.
Yes, I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
And so you're searching within yourself. Where do I go from here? And if you'll, maybe Carol has the answer.
Well, I don't think that we have gone as far that I reached a higher level of understanding of what I feel. And I'm not seeking, your clear-cut solution, but I would really like to know what seems important to you, to explore further, or
It seems important to me that you're a loner, that you're a Steppenwolf, that you don't fit in, but I don't know where you want to go from there.
I don't know.
You probably have some feelings about that, but you don't know what direction to go, really.
Well, no, I think that on one hand, I feel that these things should be exaggerated, because I think, to me, it seems at least that the life isn't just socializing or getting along nicely with people. Of course, a genuine relationship is important, or friendship is very important, but it doesn't mean yet that I have to get along nicely with in any situation or in any milieu or surroundings.
So in spite of the people in your family and the people at work, you don't feel socializing isn't the important part of life to you. There's something else that's more important.
Yes, very much so, yes.
You just can't buy it. You just can't fit in with the kind of thing that they seem interested in.
You express it correctly, but there are so many other things which are important to enjoy and to develop. That actually, what is the concern of me is that it seems that to so many other people, this what we labeled as socializing. I hope it's clear now what I mean.
Yeah.
That it is important. And now I'm putting myself a question. Those people are no ideals. They are, wholesome people. And I am questioning myself. Where is the truth? Or maybe there is no truth. Truth.
Because they're perfectly nice people, and they're interested in the
In other-
socializing and so on.
Yes, yes.
But you know that somehow you're different, and that is not the goal of your life. And then you say, but where's the truth? Who's right?
Yes, yes. I just, to tell the truth, I have never had chance to, or even, well, maybe having hurried so long in my life. I didn't pay care enough to find the answer to this question. That maybe, that could be a real root of the problem. And yes.
If you have never quite chosen for yourself what is the goal of your life, as separate from the others that seem different from you.
Yes, if you put it in these words, I would agree, but I would agree to the formulation that I haven't chosen the goal of my life. I think I have.
You have chosen the goal.
Yes, and it seems to me that this goal is very often rather different of the goal of other people, of other people. And being having an inquisitive mind, I am just asking myself why it is so. But excuse me, just to finish it. But it actually having the goal, I don't feel much upset.
Okay, so you feel, it may seem strange or whatever, but I do know the goal of my life.
Yes.
I know what I want.
Yes.
Can you say any more about what that is?
Oh yes, I think that, well, speaking about the goal doesn't mean that I comply with the goal completely, but it seems to me that the goal of the life must be a harmony. A harmony of different things, like having firm roots somewhere, and that is family for me, my family for me. Having senseful or work which has some sense.
With meaning to it.
Yes, thank you. Meaningful work. Having opportunity to share whatever new idea you may have with other people, which I have plentifully because I'm lecturing, so I meet a lot with other people and we discuss it, and it's a great satisfaction for me that I'm considered to be a good lecturer. It makes me very content. What is important is to have a feeling of aesthetics of things which are happening around you or which you participate in, be they either of natural yes, either a human creation, like I love to make tourism, walking long distance, just going alone to places, and that is very important for me, to get high in the mountains and be there alone, possibly, and have a feeling that you make part of that.
Okay, so part of your goal is you want to have roots.
Yes.
In a family.
Yes.
You want to have work that makes sense to you, that really has some meaning for you.
That's
You want to have new ideas, creative ideas, which you can share with others and discuss and work over.
yes.
And you also want to have some beauty in your life. You want to be able to see the beauty in nature and the beauty around you in human relationships as well as in nature itself.
Yes. That's what I call harmony. I probably haven't listed everything, and if I gave it other longer thinking, I would put it more coherently, but actually, I mean, that you probably do understand what I mean by saying
It's that kind of a harmony of life that would include a number of things that all have a lot of meaning to you.
yes. And it changes, of course, in different periods of life. Sometimes it's love which is more important for you. There are periods when you get obsessed with your work. There are moments then you wouldn't change. I mean, being alone in the nature for anything. So it depends, and it depends also on your mood. I mean, how you are feeling. What is important to me, and I can't do that as much as I would like to, but still I feel that it is important to lean in your choice, to lean in your choice according to your momentous mood, or I mean, along with this.
So the harmony isn't a static thing. Sometimes it might be mostly love, sometimes it might be mostly beauty, sometimes something else.
Yes.
You lean in the direction of your own mood at the time.
Yes, and well, what is important, that even if you are leaning one way or one direction, there always should be, and I hope there is, well, somewhere behind a feeling that there are also the other things which don't make this what you are doing just one-sided. I mean, that you don't get lost and you don't see anything else.
You might be impressed with the beauty of nature, but you don't want to forget love is in the background too.
Right, yes.
I can't quite believe it, but I have a signal that our time is nearly up. Are there a few more things you'd like to say?
I'm not quite sure I understand. Do you want me to sum it up, what this has meant for me, or what conclusions I draw from that?
No, we can talk about that later.
Okay, no, I don't think I want to add anything right now.
Okay. We can call this the end of the interview?
Okay.
Okay. Then what I would like is, if you think it over for a moment, perhaps you can tell the group what meaning the experience had for you, and then I'll say what it meant to me, and then we can open it up to questions with them. Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay. We've had a little time to think it over. You might try and tell them what it seemed like to you, this very brief interaction between us.
Well, I think that what I have just lived through was colored by my expectation and by the, well, abnormality of the situation. I mean, you don't happen to speak with Carl Rogers every day, and for me it is possibly the last time my first and last time I see him, so you can't get rid of this feeling. So there was always something else present in my mind than just discussing my problems. But I have spoken to you as I would do with the most the closest friend. I don't know. I don't have so many of them.
Okay, well, I'll say a little bit about it. Seemed like to me, and then you can add more if you want to. I too felt that this was quite possibly the first and last time we would have this kind of a contact, and it made me very eager to know what your life was like from the inside. And I felt very comfortable in the relationship. I felt very comfortable in the silences, even though I think you were a little perplexed at times by the silence, perhaps. But I felt when you were silent, when you spoke again, it was always a new aspect of your life, a new aspect of the situation. And it was as though during the silence, you had been sort of working it over within yourself, and then came to the next thing.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. What actually happened in the moments of silence, I would keep on being silent, but I felt an urgent need to help Carl Rogers.
Even if it hadn't been Carl Rogers, after you break the silence, it comes out something a little new.
Oh yes, I mean, those weren't empty words, but...
And I guess I really enjoyed the interview because your description of what it's like to be a loner, a person who is different, who doesn't fit in with socializing, is so close to the story of my life that I felt very close to you in that. Because I don't fit in either. And so the interview had meaning to me on a personal level, to see what it's like in another country, another culture, another situation, to be a person who is in a perfectly good job, in a perfectly good situation, but still somehow different. And you don't quite fit in to the usual run of social events. And that's exactly the way I feel too. So I felt it was very easy for me to understand your situation. And I was impressed too with the fact that though you expressed some concern at first about yourself, toward the end it was perfectly clear you know the goal you want to pursue, and you know the kind of life you want to live. And that seemed important because a lot of people are not that sure. So that was important.
But it has taken some pains to find this.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
And well, what you are saying right now, it's just a big comfort for me, and actually, to me, this is the real, outcome.
Okay.
Now I get what I wanted.
It doesn't matter whether it comes in the interview or afterwards.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we let them come in with questions if they want to? You may have to speak up without a microphone, but if you do speak up, well, hell, we need a transmitter, not
We may share one microphone.
Okay, yeah, sure.